guys, Dolly here. Welcome back to Gypsy Rose Papery. Today I am going to do a flip through of my new fall TN. It will be available in my Etsy shop, and my allergies are out of control this morning. So please forgive me if I sniffle. I'm not trying to be gross, I just can't help it. It's got a total of 29 bits of ephemera in tag slash little journaling spot slash some kind of journaling type thing or another. It's got a total of 30 pages, so that would be 60 sides, and it's highly embellished with a lot of sewing and stringiness, a lot of places for hiding stuff, a little leaf, and so seam binding closure, which I dyed this gorgeous pumpkin color. I was trying to match this color and I think I got fairly close there. I think this is, I used Tim Holtz Distress Stain, the ones with the dabber on it. I think it's called something honey. So it's a beautiful pumpkin squashy color. So usually I have a jumping point for how I get inspired to do stuff, and I've been asked that before for this TN and also another one to follow. When I was out in Texas during Craftapalooza, I found this and another fabric at Creative Reuse out there in Austin. So this, it was definitely my jumping point. I kind of snowballed off of this, and so this has a lot of leaves, a lot of flowers and like harvest type imagery. So that's what I used basically for my inspiration. This is a little Tim Holtz ephemera piece. So the kit that I used in here was Calico Collage Simply Autumn. And so way back in September, when I first started making the covers for this set of TNs, I was looking for something that kind of captured what I feel autumn is to me. And so it just so happened I was on Etsy, and you kind of get, I shop on Etsy a lot, by the way, so maybe this is why it like triggered, like it kind of follows what I like or what I look at. So it under like, you know, recommended, or you might like this type suggestions, the kit came up, and the first thing that I saw on it was like a little fox, and I was like, oh my god. And I went in there and I took a look at it, and it's a gorgeous kit. And again, I'm not on her design team or anything. This is just me kind of finding it and loving it, and so sharing the information with you guys. But I bought it instantly, so go ahead and go take a look at her shop. She's got other really cool kits as well. So anywho, enough of me gushing about Calico Collage. So this little piece here, and it's got like different autumn definitions. I can't think this morning. Is from her kit, and what I love about this is it's got autumnal equinox, and originally I was going to plan to put these out the Friday of the autumn equinox, which I think was either the 22nd or 23rd of September, but time got away from me. So so these are just flat leaves, like they're kind of fabricy, I would say. Which I made a tuck spot, and then the butterflies, and I got this idea from my friend Terry. I wanted there to be something peeking out, kind of like it was fluttering in the leaves, so I picked the butterflies, and these are from the Tim Holtz Wildflower, I think it's called, ephemera kit. Just some die cutting. I typed autumn in French on my typewriter, and then this is from her kit as well. She's got really cute kind of sayings about fall and autumn, and so I put that on there, and then I said a little tie, and it's got a little bit of ledger paper backed onto that. This one I kept it kind of like very classic fall, leaves, sunflowers, acorns, and then there's some really beautiful like vintage ladies in her kit. So I use these little champagne glass beads to make little paper clip charms, and there's a total of 6. Oops. First page, it's just a little lace pocket, beautiful autumn lady reclining and enjoying her tea. I also use some ephemera from Junk Not Treasures, and this is one of her alteration tags, and I just stamped with script, and then with the fall, that's the fall stamp, which I also found at Creative Reuse in Austin. And if you live in Austin, it's an amazing resource for crafters, and it's really low cost. Every single page is lightly stamped with script. This is just some trim. And in the book, because there was so much orange already, I used this really pretty kind of garnet russet type threading for detailing to kind of match these leaves on the cover. Another beautiful autumn lady picture or collage with the butterflies. This is from a stamp kit given to me by Miss Melanie Barnes. Hi, Melanie. It's a beautiful stamp kit, and I'm pretty sure she got it in England since she lives there. So I've never seen that brand here, but I will link it down below if I can find it online. But it's like an Art Deco kit. Just some washi, a glassine bag from Junk Not Treasures, a little mason jar with some ledger on the back. We did some stamping in here. This is from the kit, and I don't have one of those cool machines that does that really cute leaf pattern, so I kind of had to play with my stitches, and this was the closest I could come to leaves. It kind of looks like branches. Just some messy sewing all around the envelope, a little leaf as the closure, and then one of her cards inside. Whoopsies, don't want to break that. And this is from that Tim Holtz wildflower. I keep calling it wildflower. It might not be called that, guys. I'm really bad at remembering stuff. Love this dream catcher. Some light stenciling, again, some stamping. This here is from a coin holder, I want to say. Is that what that's called? Coin roll holder. And I made a little journaling spot out of it. And a little bag from Junk Not Treasures. And so I wanted to grunge stuff up, so kind of crinkled it and distressed it. Every single page around the edges is distressed with vintage photo to kind of give it that fall grungy look. A lot of sewing detail in this one as well. Beautiful card ephemera from the kit. And more of this beautiful trim. I found this at Joann's, and they were having that huge sale where everything was like 50 to 70% off, and I don't know why, but all their autumn stuff was like 60% off, and it was still September. I'm like, what are you doing? Autumn is not over yet. So yeah, I got this for a really good deal. So they might still have it, because I just got something in the mail saying that they were having another huge fall sale. Another beautiful stamp from the Art Deco kit. Just a journaling card that I edge punched. Some washi. Another little journaling spot. And I should say that the guest checks as well are from Junk Not Treasures. And I love her ephemera. It's my favorite. This little leaf paper clip, isn't that clever? That's from Joann's too, and I got that on sale. And then here, this is a vintage book page from one of my Reader's Digest books that I was just kind of flipping through, and it had this beautiful like tree, autumn tree. And so I Mod Podged because it was really fragile and kind of almost like really thin, like onion skin. And then I gessoed the back so that you could journal on it if you'd like. But I didn't want to kind of mess it up, because my original intention was to make it into an envelope, but it's just too pretty to kind of close it up. So this is the middle of the signature, and I put a little owl. Isn't he precious? A little owl bead with some little round beads. He's so cute. And this is another journaling card. Got a little bent there. And I made those from the kit. This is the doily from Junk.Treasures that I made into a little envelope, and then inside I put a bunch of different leaf cutouts in case whoever is using this for journaling, they could kind of use leaves if they wanted. A lace pocket with a beautiful tag, and then this is a tuck spot in the back. Another beautiful autumn lady, vintage autumn lady from the kit. Just some washi, my favorite Dreamcatcher stamp, and this I made a little flip book. It's backwards, sorry. A little flip book out of Junk.Treasures. It's one of those big giant order tags. More trim, stamping, another little mason jar, some washi. Another beautiful tag with a tuck spot in the back. This trim, I don't know if you guys can see it. So I kind of sewed this on first, and then I had to glue some of it. Beautiful trim, and I found it at a thrift store. And I just was kind of going through my stash when I made this book, and it's got like all of these leaf colors is what they look like to me. But it is so temperamental, and it didn't want to sew on right, but I finally got it on, and I just think it looks so cool in here. So you can see that I had to sew it on twice. Just some washi, another little journaling fold out, and put it back. I know you guys hate seeing when people put stuff back, but I just have to, because I will never remember where I had it, and my brain is just not wired that way. I kind of just stuff in as I'm making it. I don't really like do it at the end, and so if I take these out of order, I will never remember how to put it back. It's a little folder. So I wanted to include a lot of like places to hide stuff, and so I also wanted to add that this book seems bulky, and I know that because I journal in a traveler's notebook, so I know the struggle. It'll make your, this are little garment tags from Junk.Treasures. So I tried to make this book, basically what I'm trying to say when I learned how to speak, is that another little lace pocket in the end. So basically, now that I can focus on what I'm saying, so I know this book looks like it's really fat, and so I know that's a struggle because like the covers aren't very thick. Some of the covers, they're not very forgiving when it comes to bulk, but I made this book so the majority of the bulk is removable type things, like a lot of cards and journaling spots and journaling cards and tags and stuff like that. So when you remove that stuff, this will be nice and thin, and I just don't want to do that because I'll never remember I'll never remember how I had everything in there. But I also wanted to show you how this is going to look like in an actual TN. So 1 second. So this is my TN cover. And I always get asked where I got it. From just a cheapo vendor on Amazon. Nothing fancy. I think it was like 20 bucks. And it is actual leather, and it was like a bundle. Like it came with a pen and a bunch of other stuff. So here we go. So, oops. So this is what it'll look like in your TN. Isn't that beautiful? I love how the little danglies stick out. And I kind of made it a little narrower, so you'd have more room to stuff in if you needed to. But yes, I love it. So anywho, this again will be in my Etsy shop. And so if you are interested, please go and take a look. And yep, and that is all. I will see you on the next one. Bye.